Okay, folks, so I know there was a few questions about the composite assignment, so I am going to give you a extension on it, and I'm going to just kind of go over a few examples to kind of help you guys out. The idea, honestly, is pretty straightforward, but I think there's a few things you need to deal with. Really what I'm asking you to do is to take these shapes and to cut them into smaller shapes and then just find each area. So, for example, with a problem like this, there's a couple of ways I can cut it up. I mean, I can cut it up like this, for example, or I end up with two squares and a rectangle. That's just one way I can cut it up. I could cut it up like this, straight across this way, or I have a square and one rectangle. I mean, there's a lot of ways you can do it. Honestly, it's just kind of a what you see. So in this instance, I'm going to go ahead and just cut it straight this way. And so basically what I'm going to say is, look, I got a rectangle and I got a square. I'm going to find each area. I'm just going to add them together. So this right here is going to have a length of 5, which means that this entire length right here is going to be 3 plus the 5 plus the 3, which, let's see, that's 11. All right? So I'm going to find the area of the rectangle, find the area of the square, and I'm just going to add them up. So I'm going to say area of the rectangle, base times height. So 3 times 11, which is 33. Area of the square. Of the square is 5 times 5, which is 25. And then I just straight up add them together. Let's see here. That's going to be 8 and 5, 58. Okay? So a couple other types of problems that you have had, something like this. This one's not a whole lot different, except you're removing a square. So I'm going to subtract the areas instead of adding them, which, once again, not a big deal. So this has a length of 3. Therefore, this whole thing, let's see here, 4 plus 3 plus 2, it's 7, 9. All right? So I'm going to say area of the triangle minus area of the little rectangle, and that's that. Let's just start with the triangle. So 1/2 base, which is 9, height, which is also 9. Let's see here, it's going to be 9, 81, and half of 81, 81 over 2. 81 halves, whatever that is. Let's see, and then the rectangle, it's going to be 3 times 2. So base times height, which is 6. So 81 over 2, which is 40.5, I believe. So 40.5 minus 6, which is 34.5. So I just subtracted them. Not a big deal. A couple other ones to help you guys out real quickly. So something like this, if you take a look, let's see here. What I see here is very simply this. I got a circle. Actually, I have 2 halves of a circle, but if I put them together, I have 1 circle. So I'm going to go ahead and take this and add them together. So one thing I do want to note is I need a radius, so half of 56. So the radius of the circle is going to be half of 56, which is 28. So just to be clear about that, the radius of the circle is going to be 28. Why am I technical difficulties? So the radius is 28 because it's half of 56. So once again, area of the rectangle. Let's see here. So area. Oops. 93 times 56, which, let me grab my calculator real quick, folks. 93 times 56, 5,208. And then the circle, because there's 2 halves there, the area of the circle 3.14 times the radius, which is 28, squared. Let's see here. Got my calculator. 4 times 28 times. So 1,962.5, and then I will add those together to get 7,170.5. Okay, not a big deal there. And then finally, something like this down here at the bottom. Let's see here. Here is a little tricky. I only have half a circle, folks. And once again, the radius is half of 20, so the radius is 10. So I'm going to say the area of the rectangle, which is just based on height. So let's see here. Area equals, it's 20 times 27. And my calculator again. 20 times 27. 540. Now the other part is a half circle, it's not a whole circle. So I'm going to say area of the half circle. Symbol there for circle, folks. So it's going to be 1/2 times 3.14 times 10 squared. So let's see here. 0.5 times 3.14 times 10 squared. That's about 157. And if you notice, we're cutting out this little part, so let's just subtract them. So 540 minus 157 about. 540 minus 157. It's approximately 383. So I hope that helps, folks. I hope you guys can get that done. I'll give you an extra day or two on it. All right. Let me know if you need anything else.